Hey, what's up, YouTube, and welcome to the Walls Way, where every day we feed chickens, we talk to chickens, and we collect eggs from chickens. I want to thank you guys for tuning in on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. It is in the high 70s, but that is bearable. We can tolerate it. Good day to do what we got to do. Ain't that right, chickens? Chickens! Everybody doing okay? Everybody doing good? I see you back there munching down the food that I just put out. Yeah, I gotta feed them before the video, because I've noticed when I go to feed them during the video, they just about come running out of the coop right here. Oh, and today's special chicken treats, I just sat them down, didn't I? We have not one but two bananas for the chickens. You guys ready for some bananas? I about said you guys ready for some chickens, but yes, YouTube, are you guys ready for some chickens? Let's hop on in here real quick, see what kind of action and mischief and all kinds of stuff we can record. So we're all going to go ahead and put one of them in our pocket here. Chickens! It is slightly difficult to do one-handed. It's all right, Pearl. I got enough bananas for everybody. Got enough bananas to go around. And I did just get that on the back of my phone, but that is okay. We do leave the banana peel in here because it does attract worms and flies, and chickens do like worms and flies. They certainly enjoy crickets. We can ever get us some. Sure, this banana smells good. Strong. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera too much. Alright, I made sure we get some over there to our star of the show. Let me go ahead and get this off my hands here, and we'll go ahead and get our spotlight started on old Thelma. Thelma, where you at, old girl? All right, guys, I'm going to introduce you to, well, none other, the one and only Thelma, Miss Thelma, and her baby, little Thelma. Thelma is actually an old English, let me start over. Thelma is an old English game bird. Now, the gentleman that I bought her from 2 years ago told me she was a red comet, and when I go to type in red comet on Google, it kind of brings up pictures of an Isa Brown, so I know it wasn't her. I did spend about 20 minutes scrolling through different chicken breeds trying to find the one that looks most like her, and I come across several that look like her that were called the Old English Game. And Old English Game is a domestic breed. It is a British breed that was originally bred for cockfighting. And I think that's why, let me get it over here, I think that's why she kind of has that different shape, because she is considered a game bird. Now you watch, I get over here and she's going to run away. Excuse me, Ginger, you had your spot one time. We're going to see if we can get her and little Thelma eating a banana. But that is why she has slightly different shape. Her ancestors were bred for cockfighting. Of course, we don't do that here. That is not only highly illegal, but it's highly inhumane, in my opinion. The Old English Game, like I said, it is a British breed, and it is over 1,000 years old. Their game fowl was introduced to England by the Romans in the very first century. So that's how old they are. That's how old her ancestors are. And because they were bred for cockfighting, and because they're a game bird, they are slightly aggressive. If anybody watches the channel, watches Thelma every day, you know that part's got to be true, because she is a firecracker. She does not put up with any crap. When she was broody and I go to put my hand in the nesting box to get eggs, she puts up a fight. And she pecks a lot harder than the other chickens do. But yes, her breed and her alone are slightly aggressive. She does lay anywhere from 100 to 150 eggs per year. They are a cream colored egg, and she likes the warm climates. Well, I'm assuming she does, but her breed enjoys the warmer climates. Between 70 and 75 is, a good happy medium for them. But they are also very tough chickens. They can tolerate temperatures below freezing, which is pretty impressive, because I know I sure can't. Like I said, we've had her for about 2 years. The gentleman I bought her from, I drove, I think it was a good 40 minutes up to, was it Morganton? Or it was either Morganton or Rutherfordton, but it was almost middle of Burke County, one county west of us, to get her. The gentleman told me she was 2 years old when I got her. I bought 2 of them. They did look just alike, and because they were wild birds, game birds if you will, I had the clever idea to name them both Thelma and Louise. And whenever we first brought them home, they kind of stayed away from the rest of the chickens. They didn't really, want to have anything to do with them at first, but eventually they came around. As you can see right now, they do tolerate the other chickens. They don't try to run from them. But yeah, Thelma and Louise was the original pair. And whenever they would go to bed, the other chickens would get up in the trees way over there and over the Bigfoot. Thelma and Louise would actually go over here to the pond. They would get on top of the fence over there. Then they'd get on top of the house. And then they'd jump way up in the trees above the pond. And it kind of had me scared first night, because I thought, and that's another thing. She was expensive. I paid $30 for her and her sister. So $60 for those 2 birds. But I fell in love with them when I first saw them because they were interesting. They had really pretty colors. They were fast, mind you. That gentleman had a hard time catching them. But I thought, well, if there's a reason why they're the most expensive bird that I've ever purchased. So let's go with it. Let's see how they fit in. Like I said, I come home, checked that afternoon to make sure all the chickens were in the yard, and I couldn't find Thelma or Louise. And I thought, well, what the heck? Where'd they go? Did $60 just fly out of the yard? And then I heard the tree limbs over here moving, and I walk over there, and I look straight up, and there they sat, way up in the trees. Some of those tree limbs they slept on are now gone, so it's kind of pointless to walk over there. But I will tell you guys this, that where the other chickens slept, they would sleep pretty high off the ground, but Thelma and Louise would sleep as high as they could go. So high that if you were standing, I do remember I would stand directly underneath the tree, and I would look straight up, and I couldn't see them. I could hear them, and I could see limbs moving, but I look at her looking up. I was like, what's he looking at? But I could not see them. They would get so high up. And whenever they would come down, they would just about have to use the yard as a whole runway just to get all the way down. Most other chickens, they just kind of come straight down or kind of steep angle. Thelma and Louise, they'd fly and fly and fly, and that's all you'd hear is wings flapping all the way across the yard. I guess Prince sees a neighborhood cat. But she is one of the better chickens I've had. I've had her for quite a while now, 2 years. We've had several chickens for that long, but none of them are quite like Thelma. None of them are as feisty as Thelma. She's a firecracker. She's a pistol. She is probably the fan favorite. Out of all the chickens we have, out of all 25, her and Thelma usually, or not her and Thelma, her and Winston usually get the most comments. 80% of them are Thelma. But she is a good bird. She's a very pretty bird. Can't really have anything negative to say about her. Yeah, I know she used to peck me whenever I'd stick my hand in the box, but if somebody tries to steal your baby, you'd probably swat at them too. But she is one of my favorite females, I will admit. I've had a lot of chickens over the years. A lot of them, develop personalities, and sadly those aren't with us right now. But Thelma's one of the rarer ones. She's definitely, when I look back on my life, when I'm 70 years old and I'm telling my grandchildren about chickens, Thelma's definitely going to be one that gets mentioned. She's going to be one of the highlights of those life stories. But she is a good bird. She's a good mama. You can see right here, there is little Thelma peeking out from behind her. And I'm not sure if little Thelma was actually laid by one of Thelma's eggs, but I do know that Thelma has hatched it. She's done a good job keeping it alive, and she's done an even better job of showing it the way of the chicken, the way of the Old English game bird. So I know Thelma's not going to live forever, but whenever Thelma's gone, I'm hoping some of Thelma lives on inside little Thelma. I'm hoping that's a she, that she will carry on Thelma's personalities and lifestyle and ways, and just overall, you know, keep the spirit of Thelma alive. But yeah, that's old Thelma. She's a good girl. And I named them Thelma and Louise. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm going to say it again. But I named them Thelma and Louise just because they were considered game birds or considered wild chickens. And based on their personality and their attributes, I thought, well, that's a perfect name, Thelma and Louise. And not that they would get into trouble or cause trouble. They did get along with other chickens until, you know, the chickens would, I guess, cut in line at the pecking order. And then Thelma and Louise, they'd have to remind them who they were messing with. But yeah, she's a good girl. I would try and pet her, but she does have her baby underneath her, so she is on guard right now. And because there's other two chickens beside her, she's probably going to be extra on guard. So we're going to leave her alone. But yeah, she is a good mama. Pretty chicken. Well, I think that's about all I can think of for Thelma. I was hoping to make this a really cool episode, but you know, you don't need all the cool facts and information. It does help, but just seeing Thelma, you know, being Thelma and being a good guarding mother to the baby chick, I think that's cool enough. So that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get us some eggs. We did bring our egg carton out here, didn't we? Yes, we did. It is way over there. And Thelma is our last Sunday spotlight for a while, until the other ones get a little bit bigger and we can kind of focus on them. But I think we're going to wait probably after the holiday, maybe a little bit before holidays, and then we'll pick up our Sunday spotlight again. And I'm not going to lie, it's kind of bittersweet that the Sunday spotlight's over with. You know, it is challenging to find information on those chickens and to try to focus on just that chicken that you're talking about while reading a cue card or a cheat sheet, if you will. But it has been fun. I'm kind of glad it's over. It's been a little bit of a challenge, but even bigger challenge is something we're going to have to do is come up with some new content for Sundays. I like Spotlight Sunday, but we'll have to come up with some kind of other weekly event, keep it interesting. But it is nice to kind of take a break from it. Like I said, it has been tough sometimes. I know we didn't cover each individual chicken. We tried in the beginning, and then, you know, when you have multiple, you know, of one breed, I kind of switched over to just covering that breed. But yeah, that is our 25th Sunday. Well, not 25th, but it's like 22nd or something. But we do have 25 chickens, and I tried to cover all the adults, and I think there's around 17, 16. But yeah, we can finally cross Thelma's name off the list. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started in our eggs. We're going to start down here at number 4. I need to come out here and wipe this down. I was going to do that yesterday. I did come out here. I did put shavings in the nesting box. Oh, something else I did. I did hang up their feeder. It is off the ground. I'm going to try not to bump Cindy in the head. But it is suspended. Nothing too fancy, just wrapped it around chain, hooked it back into itself. Now it'll maybe keep some of the grass and some, you know, debris out of it. I did that. Oh, something else I did. You guys probably already saw this. I was too busy yakking. I took apart the brooder. I know I said I was going to wait a weekend to take apart all the chicken wire and the PVC paneling, but I guess I just got bored yesterday and just kind of want to spice it up a little bit out here, you know, bring it back to normal. So I took all that off. The chickens do seem to like it better. When they go to get up here, they'll get on top of here and they'll kind of walk the plank, walk the ladder, When they go to bed, they also get up here and they use it to jump up onto the perch. Some of them will sleep on the PVC, some sleep on these little 2x4s, and then you got some that sleep up here. But for the ones that sleep at the highest point possible, they use this as a stepping stone. And it is easier for them to grab a hold and get a good grip, because that PVC is kind of slick, and I noticed when they go to take off, their feet would kind of slide out from under them, and they didn't get quite a good launch is what they're used to. But I did take that off yesterday. I think it looks a lot better. I'm going to leave this one up just because we do have a few more sunny days left before the fall and winter gets here, and I do feel like that shields some of the sun from heating the water up. It helps slow down the evaporation process. So we're going to leave this up. It is kind of an eyesore from the outside of the coop, but it works. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to leave that up for a little while longer. All right, let's get back to our eggs. Like I said, I did put some shavings in here. Number 4 is holding 1 egg. We do have 5 eggs in this carton. All right, and there's this one. Now, this was full, but I had a half empty, a yellow one in the house, and I took some out of this one to fill the yellow one up, take to the boss man tomorrow. You know, you gotta keep your boss happy. So we got 6. Number 3, we have 2 eggs. This one's a little bit wet. This one's got some goo on it. We're gonna give this to the chickens, just because I'm not sure if it's been cracked or not. Chickens! My goodness. Were they able to break it open? Is it not broke open yet, ladies? Here, let me get that. Let me get this. There it goes. All right. And like I said, it is a special day. It is Sunday, so why not? So we've gotten 3 eggs, but we're going to keep these 2. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. We're going to move on down here to box number 2. Number 2 has 3 eggs. 4 eggs, excuse me. I did not see this one right here in the front. It's kind of hiding. It's a little dirty. That's okay. That's how you know they're fresh. I don't want to trick nobody and, you know, buy eggs from the grocery store and stick them out here and make you think I'm getting a whole bunch of eggs. I didn't even see that. Check that one out. Those are cool. Those are the ones you can feel. It's rough on the top, but smooth on the bottom. I like those. Those are cool looking eggs. Oh, no, that's a golf ball. All right, and number 1 has no eggs. So, and it is a little early. It is a little after 4 o'clock. There might be a few more eggs pop up later this afternoon. So we have gotten 11 eggs minus 5 that we started with. That gives us 6 eggs, plus the one we just gave the chickens, 7 eggs. So that is a little low. Yesterday, what did we get? 8 eggs yesterday. Today we got 7. No reason to be worried about that, because what will probably happen is either tomorrow or Tuesday, we're going to end up getting 12 or 13 eggs. Not every chicken lays every day, but whenever you have small count days, like today and yesterday, usually your next day or the day after is when you're going to hit big. Usually that's whenever you get, like I said, a dozen, 13, sometimes 14. I think one time we got 14 or 15 eggs, which is a really high number, but it's really cool though. Other than that, everything seems to be doing good out here. Like I said, I did put shavings. They kicked some of it out. I guess I feel a little too full for their likings. And got a little bit of grass. It is a little damp just right here in this area, but everywhere else seems to be somewhat dry. Like I said, it has been raining, so you know you can't really do anything to make your chicken coop waterproof. I know people say that the babies need to stay dry. I do have the fans on today, as you can tell. It's not too humid, but I was afraid that the wet ground and then the heat from outside would just, I don't know, make like a sticky, humid jungle atmosphere out here, and I thought, well, let's go ahead and plug the fans up and keep the chickens nice and cool. Thelma, 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 I'm gonna get one more good shot of you, girl. Where's your little one at? Are you enjoying that fan? Your feathers look cool flapping in the wind. I was hoping the little one would come out. I don't want to get too close to her. I don't want to bother her. I said she's doing good, and I'm actually surprised at how patient she is, not only with the chicken but with me, squatting down right here talking to her, you know, waving a phone around her. Hopefully she's coming around. Looks like she's getting a little sleepy. You gonna take you a nap, Thelma? I think the baby is in the front. I don't want to disturb her. I don't want to disturb you either, but can I get right here? And there's a good picture of her. Yeah, that's Thelma. I do see the little baby underneath. It is a little timid. She's a good chicken. Looks like she's gonna relax a little bit. She's gonna take her afternoon chicken nap, guarding a baby. We all know how newborn babies and toddlers can wear the parents out. All right, guys. Well, what we got here? You guys don't usually let me get this close to you. How's everybody doing? You doing good? What about you, Norris? Hey, buddy. Yeah, you getting pretty big. So those are my two sisters behind me. My other sister's on the ground right here. Old Norris. It's a good bird. Alrighty, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and end it off right here. I hope this has been a good episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the Sunday Spotlight. That was our last one. I hope you guys enjoyed the information about Thelma. Just because it's the end of a Sunday Spotlight doesn't mean we're not going to continue to do videos on Tuesday. We'll still do our weekly videos. Just be 7 days a week. You know, won't be nothing special on Sundays no more. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys are doing good, and I hope your chickens are doing good. Any comments, questions, or advice, feel free to leave them. That's what I'm here for. And as always, do please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Tell everybody you know about the Walls Way. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Thanks. See you later.